South Carolina women's basketball coach Dawn Staley has been making the media rounds recently to promote her new book, Uncommon Favor, a memoir that delves into her journey from North Philadelphia to becoming one of the most respected figures in sports. Earlier this week, the three-time national championship winning coach appeared on The Breakfast Club, the popular New York-based morning radio show hosted by Charlemagne, The God DJ Envy, and Jess Hilarious. During the wide-ranging interview, Staley discussed her book, her coaching philosophy, and some of the hottest topics in women's basketball, including her thoughts on rising stars Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, as well as the state of officiating in the women's game. However, one of the most revealing moments came when the conversation shifted to the biggest offseason storyline in college basketball: the surprising transfer of star guard MiLaysia Fulwiley from South Carolina to LSU, where she'll now play under Kim Mulkey. When Charlemagne asked Staley if Fulwiley's decision caught her off guard, the Hall of Fame coach didn't hesitate with her response. Surprising? No, Staley said. I think being in this space, you come to expect the unexpected, right? I still have much love for MiLaysia, like much love. I want her happy. Staley then shared details about the meeting where Fulwiley informed her of the decision. According to the coach, Fulwiley and her mother sat down with her for a postseason exit interview, a standard practice for players and staff to discuss the year and future plans. It was during this conversation that the sophomore guard dropped the news. I think I want to get into the transfer portal, Fulwiley told Staley. Ever the direct communicator, Staley responded. You think, or you know? After Fulwiley confirmed her choice, Staley says she made it clear that she supported her players' happiness above all else. I told her, if this is what you want, then I want that for you, Staley recalled. Fulwiley's move is part of a growing trend in college athletics, where player mobility has increased dramatically due to relaxed transfer rules and the influence of NIL, name, image, likeness opportunities. While some fans were shocked by the departure, especially given South Carolina's dominance and LSU's status as a rival, Staley's measured response reflects her adaptability in the evolving landscape of the sport. At the end of the day, these young women have to make decisions that are best for them, Staley said. My job is to guide them when they're here, and wish them well when they're not. Despite the loss, Staley's Gamecocks remain a powerhouse, returning key players and bringing in another elite recruiting class. Meanwhile, Fulwiley's arrival at LSU adds even more firepower to a Tigers squad already loaded with talent. When MiLaysia Fulwiley told Dawn Staley she was leaving South Carolina for LSU, the legendary coach didn't just accept the decision. She embraced it with the same wisdom and grace that have defined her leadership. I told her, don't look back. You're always going to be a Gamecock. You're always going to be welcomed here, Staley shared during her Breakfast Club interview. I wish her the best. And when I say that, I do. I really do. Her words weren't just a polite send-off. Staley, known for her player-first mentality, genuinely believes in Fulwiley's rare talent, even if it now means facing her as an SEC rival. I think she's going to have a promising career. I do think she's a generational talent. That will never leave, Staley said. She does things on the basketball court that I've never seen a woman do, and she'll continue to do that, and we'll continue to be happy for her, except for the 1 or 2 times we have to play them. Fulwiley's 2 seasons at South Carolina were a mix of breathtaking highlights and unmet expectations. The 5'10" guard, a hometown standout from Columbia, South Carolina, quickly became a fan favorite with her audacious handles, fearless drives, and flair for the dramatic. She played with a swagger reminiscent of Allen Iverson, pulling off moves that left defenders and sometimes even her own teammates in awe. Yet, despite flashes of brilliance, her sophomore season didn't bring the leap many anticipated. Her minutes barely increased, 4.5 per game. She remained a reserve, and key stats, including her three-point percentage, player efficiency rating, PER, and assist-to-turnover ratio, all regressed from her freshman year. Still, in critical moments, Staley trusted her. Fulwiley delivered one of her best performances in the NCAA Tournament Sweet 16, dropping 23 points and 5 rebounds in a tight win over Maryland. But those bursts of dominance were inconsistent, and as South Carolina marched toward an undefeated season before falling to UConn in the national title game, questions lingered. Was Fulwiley being underutilized? Would she seek a bigger role elsewhere? The speculation became reality shortly after South Carolina landed Tania Latson, Florida State's dynamic scoring guard, via the transfer portal. Within a week, Fulwiley entered the portal herself, a move that shocked fans, but as Staley noted, wasn't entirely surprising in today's era of player mobility. "I thought MiLaysia was getting better. LSU is going to get the best of her now," Staley reflected. "We went through the hard part of smoothing some rough edges and getting her to create good habits." She acknowledged that Fulwiley may have chafed at her role, particularly when pulled from games during mistakes. "The playing time, the whatever. Us maybe taking her out of the game when she felt like she wanted to keep playing through things. Now, she probably questions that part of it, and I'm okay with that," Staley said. "A lot of players leave because of playing time. It's not for all the other stuff. We treat them like royalty." When Charlemagne jokingly asked if Staley would give LSU's Kim Mulkey advice on coaching Fulwiley, the South Carolina coach laughed and shut it down. "You on your own." The playful jab underscored the reality. Fulwiley's next chapter is now LSU's challenge. Under Mulkey, she'll join a backcourt featuring Haley Van Lith and Jersey Wolfenbarger, where her creativity and scoring punch could thrive in a faster-paced system. As for Staley, she's already reloading, balancing her signature tough love with unwavering support for players, even those who leave. "I want them to win, except when they play us," she said with a grin. For Fulwiley, the pressure is now on to prove she can turn potential into stardom. And for Staley, the mission remains the same. Keep winning, keep elevating the game, and keep proving why South Carolina is the standard. Dawn Staley's graceful handling of MiLaysia Fulwiley's departure reveals why she's become the gold standard for player development in women's college basketball. While the loss stings for Gamecock fans, Staley's philosophy remains clear. If you love them, let them grow, even if it's somewhere else. For Fulwiley, this LSU transfer could be the career catalyst she needs, but the pressure is now on to prove she can be the guy in Baton Rouge, rather than a spectacular role player in Columbia. Kim Mulkey gets another explosive weapon in Fulwiley, but integrating her into an already crowded backcourt, featuring Haley Van Lith and Jersey Wolfenbarger, won't be seamless. Mulkey's track record with high-volume guards is mixed. Remember how Alexis Morris clashed with her system before eventually thriving? Fulwiley's freewheeling style will either give LSU the unpredictable edge they lacked last season or create friction in Mulkey's disciplined schemes. Meanwhile, South Carolina's reload begins. With Tania Latson's arrival and a top-ranked recruiting class, Staley isn't just replacing Fulwiley. She's reconstructing her roster to be more balanced. Remember, South Carolina lost Aaliyah Boston and Zia Cook in 2023 and still went undefeated until the national title game. If anyone can turn departure into opportunity, it's Staley. Fulwiley's move underscores three modern truths in college sports: NIL and playing time. Loyalty. Even hometown stars will leave if they believe another program offers better branding opportunities or a clearer path to the WNBA. The transfer portal. Giveth and taketh away. South Carolina lost Fulwiley, but gained Latson. Today's teams must master roster turnover. The SEC arms race is here. With LSU, South Carolina, and Texas loading up, the conference could send 3 teams to the 2025 Final Four. Final thought. When Fulwiley faces South Carolina next season, expect fireworks. Will she drop 30 points to prove a point? Or will Staley's defense, crafted by someone who knows her tendencies intimately, shut her down? Either way, it's must-see TV. Comment. Was Fulwiley right to leave? Can LSU win a title with her? Like if you think Staley will have the last laugh in 2025. Share to debate. Which program benefits more from this move? Subscribe for full coverage of Fulwiley's LSU debut and South Carolina's revenge tour.